Hey, what is up, y'all? Welcome back. So, I hope everybody's doing good. Now, this week has been the craziest week in wrestling because we've had great events from Dominion to Road Rager to having a lot of matches confirmed and teased for Forbidden Door to having like issues from Jeff Hardy getting arrested, and then WWE has a lot of issues going on right now because I heard that Randy Orton's going to be out for the rest of the year, and then there's this issue with Kevin Dunn, I heard. But there's two major issues that's going on in WWE. Now, one of which started going around like 2 days ago, but I didn't really want to talk about it because I thought it might just be a rumor. So I wanted to wait out like 1 or 2 days to see if this gets any kind of exposure, or see how much exposure this gets, or if someone confirms it or not, because I didn't really want to make a video talking about a rumor, because like if it ends up being confirmed to be false, then I feel like it would be a waste of time that I took time to make a video talking about something which has been proven false, So normally, when I hear a rumor, I would normally wait 1 or 2 days before actually talking about it, because I actually do that all the time. So, obviously, when in like 1 or 2 days, if the rumor kind of like dies down and it doesn't really get that much exposure, and of course, if someone says it's false, then obviously, it's false. But this issue has been getting a lot of exposure. A lot of people are talking about it. So, and even reliable sources has been talking about this. Now the issue is Sasha Banks has been released by the WWE. So like I said, when I heard the rumors, I wasn't really sure to believe it or not. But then when I saw reliable sources like Fightful talking about this, I'm like, this might be true. And then the past 2 days, I've seen everyone talking about this, that this might be true. And then even like a couple of hours ago, I saw people kind of confirm that, yeah, in fact, Sasha is out of the company, but they don't really know whether this is Sasha's request or this is like done by the company. But this might be one of those silent departures that happens within the company. Like it happens quite a lot. Like pretty recently, Cesaro, he silently departed the company. So I feel like this might be one of those things that Sasha just left the company, without WWE don't really acknowledge it and stuff. So what I think about this issue is, firstly, I feel like this is actually a major loss for Sasha. I mean, for WWE compared to a loss for Sasha, because I know what y'all gonna say, that without WWE, Sasha would be a nobody. They're the ones that made Sasha who she is. Now, Sasha right now, you could say she is one of the best women's wrestler, out there, right? She has grown into a really big name in women's wrestling in the past few years. WWE has really made her a huge star, right? But that doesn't mean that she should be fine with whatever they ask her to do, even though she's not okay with it, right? Just because this company is the reason you became somebody doesn't mean you should like do literally whatever they say, even though you're not okay with it. So, like, I completely agree with what Sasha did, to be honest. Okay, because look, this was like 4 weeks ago. That's where this whole issue started, where Sasha and Naomi walking out of Raw because they weren't cool with how they were being treated as champions. Because, um, because I haven't watched WWE in a very long time, so, so I think the issue was Sasha was supposed to be pinned by Naomi, and then Naomi was gonna face Bianca for the Raw Championship, and then Sasha was gonna face Ronda for the SmackDown Championship. So like it does not make sense. So I completely agree why they felt mad that they weren't really used well as champions, because they're tag team champions. Why would you not try to like elevate them as tag team champions? Rather than that, you have them beat each other and then have both of them face the singles champion where they're gonna lose, right? Like if you're a wrestling fan, you obviously know they're not gonna pin the singles champion. They're just doing this, because they really don't have any ideas. I don't know, but like as tag team champions, obviously they want to elevate the tag team championship status, right? Rather than just losing to singles champions instead. So I felt like that was a really bad booking, and I've heard people say dumb stuff like, "Oh, they're given main event championship spotlight, and they want to throw that away to be a mid card champion." Dude, they are tag team champion. As a champion, obviously you want to like elevate the championship that you're holding. You want to make it feel more prestigious, not as champion lose to another champion. You know, especially when you beat your partner and then both of y'all get a singles championship and obviously y'all gonna lose. Obviously, I don't think anyone wants that kind of booking. So I completely agree when they walked out and they said that they were not cool with how they were treated. Because I don't think like because look, the fact that since they were stripped out of the tag team championships, tell me who has been tag team champions? Literally, who's the champion right now? Right? They don't even have tag team champions since they left, which literally proves my point because they have no idea what to do with the titles. So when Sasha was and Naomi were champions, they had no idea what to do with them as tag team champions. So literally, I get it why they were mad and they walked out because you know like literally look at the tag team division. Is there even a tag team division right now? Because the only division that they have is just randomly paired up singles women's wrestlers. Like, I'll give you an example. Like Naomi before last year, I think last year before that she was a team with Lana, and then now she's with Sasha. Sasha, she was a team with Bailey, now she's with Naomi. Let's say Tamina, she was a team with Nia Jax, and then she was in a team with Natalia, and that got broken up. Natalia, she was with a team with Beth Phoenix, and then she was in a team with God, who was in a team? Yeah, with Tamina, and then now she's with Shayna. Shayna was in a team with Nia Jax, and then now she's with Natalia. Nikki Cross, she was at first a team with Alexa, and then with Rhea, and then now she's with Doudrop. Get what I mean? And then Liv Morgan, she was with Ruby Riott, and then she was with Rhea Ripley, you know, and now I believe she's with Alexa. Literally, like the women's tag team division literally goes one way. They team up for a few months, and then something happens. They fight. They have a singles match, and then poop. One of them gets pushed as a single star, or both of them gets pushed as a single star, or both of them gets paired with someone else, and now we have a new team. And guess what will happen? Same thing repeats. So literally, they have no idea to do what to do with them as tag team champions. So literally, like I said, I completely agree with what Sasha and Naomi did. I feel like it was a good thing that finally someone in WWE actually expressed how they felt by walking out. Because if you don't think that um, you're not being treated well, I feel like you should just walk out. Because why I'm saying this is because look at all the releases that happened like 2021, 2020, and before they got released, some of them where they came to Raw and SmackDown, they got name changes, they got their outfit changed, they got their character changed. Literally everything about them was changed, right? And when asked, they were like, "Oh, I'm cool with it. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the thing that WWE made me to do." And once they left, guess what happened? Killer Cross literally called the mask that he was wearing a piece of shit. And then Keith Lee, everyone was like, it was his idea to be called the Bearcat. Once he left, what did he say? When people asked him, no, it was not my idea at all. And there's actually more examples. Like I said, literally, when they were in the company, they should have said this. Like, I'm not cool with it. Rather than just, even though you're not happy with it, you do it anyways. And then once you leave, you express your real feelings. That's the reason why, pretty recently, before I stopped watching, whenever someone says that they're cool, I'm like, you know what? They're not cool with it. Actually, you know what? I'll wait for what they think about their current characters and names once they get fired. Because that's when you will get the actual answer from them, whether they were actually, cool with the character they were given. So what I'm saying is more people should be like Sasha. You don't think that you're being treated right, just do something about it, voice it out, walk out, because like I said, Sasha is a pretty big name, and to not use her properly, I don't like it doesn't make sense. And obviously, like, Sasha is a pretty big icon now, you could say, especially for women's. A lot of little girls look up to her and everything. So if she leaves WWE, obviously, her fan base would follow her wherever she goes. Doesn't matter to AEW or Impact or Stardom or wherever she goes. Obviously, it would follow her. And then even Naomi, man, I feel bad for Naomi too because yeah. Also, I wanted to talk about that because right now only Sasha is released. So before that, I've heard news saying that like Sasha was the one that manipulated Naomi into leaving with her. So I'm not really sure where this came from because all of a sudden people started saying that Sasha was the one that manipulated her. Personally, I don't think it might be the case because Naomi has been in the company way longer before Sasha, right? You could say what, nearly 10 years or even 10 years. It could have been 10 years, I'm not really sure. What has she done in 10 years? What has she done? I'm pretty sure she only won the tag team champions for the first time, championship for the first time. She won the SmackDown Women's Champion, I think twice, and that was only in the same year, and then she lost it in the same year. Literally 3 titles in 10 years. And that 3 title reigns came in the last 5 years. So I don't think this might be she getting manipulated. Maybe Sasha walking out might just be the thing that she kind of needed to finally, I don't know, be bold about it and walking out too. So I personally, I don't really think that Sasha was the one that manipulated her or anything. This might be a personal choice, but I don't really know. I can't really tell. We don't really have that much information. I'm just saying right now based on what I know so far. But I personally think Sasha did the right thing. I don't blame her at all. So whatever she does with her career after this, I would say it would be best. So I don't know what to say anymore because this is a really funny situation. Like, how could you not know how to book one of your top women in the company? Like, like why even create the tag team championships in the first place if you literally have no idea how to use them? You know, because right now we don't have. I'm pretty sure we don't have a tag team champions right now. So I'm not really sure what's gonna happen with Sasha after this or with Naomi because I looked at Sasha's Instagram. It still says Sasha Banks WWE. So not really sure. Because I don't know. Because like so far the ones that confirmed are not really like big sources. It's just like small pages. So I don't know. It might change or something. I don't really know. I don't want to say anything. But yeah, that's totally what I feel about the situation about Sasha leaving because I actually wanted to talk about this when it happened, but I ended up I didn't want to talk about it. But then now seeing that she's released, so you know what, I'm gonna say it. I feel like I completely agree with what Sasha actually did. And obviously, the defenders are gonna talk shit about Sasha because I saw them doing it already. You know, by the defenders, I mean those people who defend WWE no matter what. No one can do anything or say anything to WWE. Those people like literally have no idea what they're talking about and don't know anything, but then they would just be there at the right time to defend WWE. Those people. I call them the defenders. Something like the Netflix version of the defenders, but if it was like massively downgraded and a shitty version of the defenders. So yeah, all those defenders was like, oh, you're being ungrateful, or as soon as something doesn't go Sasha's way, she cries about it and she makes it a big deal. Like I'm not really sure about past situations, but this situations I completely agree. When you are a champion and then you are literally put in a match where it's not about the championship that you are holding and you are made to lose to this person to make that champion look good, even though you are a champion right now, I don't think I would agree with that kind of booking. So for the 50th time, I completely agree with what Sasha did. So that is my take on this issue about Sasha, right? So It doesn't matter where she goes. I will be completely happy with what she does with her career because, like I said, she's a pretty big star. She could find success anywhere, I'm pretty sure, and she has a pretty huge fan base too. I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna go behind her. Well, I'm not saying that just because Sasha's no longer in WWE, like WWE's viewership is gonna like completely drop. But I'm saying, probably they wanna like her fans would want to see what she do next. Yeah. So yeah, that is for the first issue that happened within WWE. So that is all. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, on my take on the Sasha Banks situation. I hope y'all are cool with what I said. If you get offended or get angry, I don't care, because that's just what I wanted to say, and it actually makes sense if you actually think about it. But if you don't agree, then it's your choice. I can't do anything about it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you like this video. See you in my next video where I talk about the next issue. So until then, everyone stay safe, take care, goodbye.